Hey, good Monday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majeski back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studios with your Talking Live forecast update here on your August the 18th, 2025. Well, things not looking too bad across East Tennessee and Northwest Georgia as we've got plenty of sunshine out there. It's definitely a bit on the hot side, and we're going to be doing it again for tomorrow, a little steamy. But we do have some relief coming. We're going to have some more chances of rain coming at us and a little bit of what we lovingly refer to in the South as a fake fall coming in maybe for the last week of August. So we got plenty to get into for this update. Now, before we start that, if you're not yet officially a follower here on the Talking Live Facebook channel, make sure you go ahead and give us a like and a follow here on the page to stay up on these updates. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future updates. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing started, shall we? Let's go and take a live look there in Chattanooga as we got plenty of sunshine here across the area. Setting up for a very nice day. Again, if you see a stray shower or two today, consider yourself lucky. You're really not going to see a whole lot in the way of activity as far as rainfall for today. Also looking over there towards Lake Chattooga, not a bad day to go head on out to the lake and cool off there. That's not looking too bad. But there you can also see potentially a stray shower or thunderstorm today, and maybe a little bit better chance going in for tomorrow. Let's look at our local radar. We're looking pretty quiet, but we are starting to see some things bubbling up here across North Georgia. There's a couple of showers there kind of bubbling up in there. Nothing across the Chattanooga area here for just yet, but again, I can rule out one of those stray showers here for today. Looking at the watches and warnings, boy, the big story here just off to our west is these heat advisories and excessive heat warnings out there across Arkansas, Mississippi, and Tennessee. We've got a backdoor cold front that's going to keep that at bay, so we're not going to get that excessive heat. It's going to be a little warm tomorrow, but at least we're not going to have those feel-like temperatures pushing well into the 100s for our areas, so that's some good news there. Satellite picture looking pretty good here for this afternoon. Again, just some fair weather cumulus clouds and a stray shower or two here for the rest of the day. Looking at your regional radar, I have this pulled back a little bit further so you can see the hurricane out here. This is Hurricane Aaron. And thankfully, this thing's going to stay offshore and kind of split the difference between the east coast there of North Carolina and out here where Bermuda's at. So it's going to stay out of the way. But boy, is it going to kick up some serious surf. We're going to have beach erosion, high wave action, probably rip currents all the way from Florida all the way up into the Northeast. So hopefully folks will stay out of the water and not get in trouble. But I got a funny feeling we may get some drownings out of this, unfortunately. There you see that backdoor cold front. That's actually one of a series of cold fronts that are going to be coming at us here. And once we get to that last one of the weekend, boy, you're really going to notice a difference behind that. That's in response to this hurricane kind of exiting out of the picture. So looking at the specifics on the storm, we're looking at Category 4 hurricane, winds to 140. It was a Category 5 on your Saturday, but it got to 160 mile per hour winds. Don't think we'll see that here for this setup, but right now continuing west-northwest at 10. It should pick up to the northwest here as we go into tonight and into tomorrow. All right, so there is our tropical satellite imagery there. Very healthy looking storm there. As you can see, a good outflow in all four quadrants there. A little bit drier on the north side, but otherwise looking pretty good, pretty symmetrical looking. A little tighter view of this. You can kind of see the spinning wheel. Again, hurricane's nothing more than one big giant heat engine, and that's exactly what it's doing, is it's feeding off those very warm waters in the Atlantic. And the good news is, again, we're not going to get a landfall, at least with this system, along the eastern half of the United States. Look at our forecast models here. Again, very spotty scattered shower temps for tomorrow. The higher rain chances are going to be across North Georgia, say from Blue Ridge, heading on over toward Clayton, out the area across North Georgia. That's probably where it's going to be, the North Carolina area. Still kind of very isolated here across East Tennessee, like for Chattanooga here for tomorrow. Then the rain chances will start to pick up after that as we go into later in the work week. So let's look at your forecast maps here as I go ahead and put this into motion. Again, kind of watch that timestamp. Again, we got the one backdoor front that's here now. That's the first one. It's going to kind of wash out, and then we're going to see another one that's going to come in here as we go later in the week. So there's that frontal boundary there on Wednesday. You see this initial pull down here. That's the first one, and that'll bring the rain chances up here as that comes on through going into Thursday. So this is Thursday. There you see the big hurricane in response to this trough coming in. It's going to get kicked on out of here as we go into this upcoming end of this week. And then Friday, this clears on out. And then with that hurricane kicking out, we got another cold front that's going to come in behind this one. And a very strong high pressure. There it is on Saturday. There it is on Sunday. And as this big high moves on in here, this is that fake fall. Now, the question is how far of a push south we're going to get with that cool air. That's probably the only question mark on my 7-day, is just how cool it may or may not get with this system. And then because by Monday, it's moved on through. So there's the push on Monday. And we should see a nice little fall preview, I think, going into the middle of next week. So there's our forecast here. Again, it's going to be a hot one, though, for Tuesday. 93, 73, sunny and hot. By this time next Tuesday, no, we ain't going to have that around. I'll be beating that down quite a bit. Here's your forecast lows tonight. Again, after perhaps an early evening shower, lows tonight mostly in the 70s, upper 60s over North Carolina and North Georgia, but otherwise looking pretty good here. Tomorrow's highs, mostly in the 90s across East Tennessee and Northwest Georgia. If you go on over to Blue Ridge, Ellijay, Jasper, over to the Carolinas, I put that thunderstorm icon over there because the rain chance is going to be higher over there. We're talking probably 40 to 50% over there as compared to 20% over here on East Tennessee and Northwest Georgia side. So that's the difference in those two zones. Region looking like this. Check out Nashville and Memphis for tomorrow. 100 degrees. Like I said, we're very fortunate we're not going to get that kind of heat in our backyards here. 93 in Birmingham, 95 in Mobile, 91 in Savannah, and 86 in Charlotte over there. They got a little bit of that easterly wind helping to cool them off a little bit there. Here's our next 7 days. All right. Here we go. We're in the 90s here right through Thursday. We back it off to 86 on Friday from that first frontal system coming on through. Chance of rain goes into Saturday and Sunday, and then the second front clearing on Sunday. Right now going 83, 66 on Monday. It could be cooler than that. It could be. Expect that 7-day number to change a little bit here. But right now we're tracking, like I said, 2 different cold fronts to come on through. And that second one, boy, it's going to feel pretty good, I think, going into next week. We'll see how it works out for us. Again, appreciate everybody checking us out here on the Talking Live broadcast channel. Make sure that you are a follower and a Facebook follower on this page. Make sure you give us a like and a follow. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future content. Now, if you ever have a weather-related question, you can always find me on the North Georgia Majestic Weather Facebook page. You can always send me a message or leave a comment down below one of my postings, and I'm more than happy to answer your questions. All right, that's y'all's update for now. You guys take it easy, be good, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.